Did you grow up watching the popular soap opera Dallas? It was a long-running series that followed Texas oil tycoon J.R. Ewing and his trials and tribulations as he dealt with his business rivals. The show soared in popularity throughout its run and lasted 14 seasons. It's considered a classic piece of Americana. The show was created by David Jacobs. The show's excellent writing and direction is what led to its success, but the stars of the show were the talented cast members, many of whom have sadly left us. Let's look at all the Dallas actors who have died. Larry Hagman. Who could have been better to play a Texas oil tycoon than Larry Hagman, who was a native Texan himself? He started his career playing bit parts on TV shows and landing the occasional film role. His breakthrough role was in I Dream of Jeannie, which is what made him a star. But it was the role as J.R. Ewing in Dallas that made Larry a household name. Larry Hagman continued to have a successful career in film and TV following Dallas. His feature film work included roles in Superman, Stardust, Mother Jugs and Speed, and Flight of the Swan. He also had recurring roles on Desperate Housewives and Nip Tuck. He died in 2012 at age 81 due to complications from cancer. Before we tell you more about Dallas actors who have died, be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more. Barbara Bel Geddes. JR's mother, Ellie Ewing, was played by veteran actress Barbara Bel Geddes. She began her career on stage, acting in the Broadway production of Out of the Frying Pan. She also had regular roles on TV, including Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Her film career included roles in Vertigo, Summer Tree, and Mrs. Todd Killings. When she landed her role on Dallas, she became one of American TV's favorite matriarchs. She died in 2005 of lung cancer. Ken Kercheval. JR had an enemy in Cliff Barnes. The role was played by Ken Kercheval, who was perfect for it. He already had a lot of experience working in soap operas, including roles on The Secret Storm, How to Survive a Marriage, and Search for Tomorrow. After Dallas, he continued to work in popular shows like Kojak, Starsky and Hutch, and Matlock. In the 90s and 2000s, he appeared on shows like Diagnosis Murder and Walker, Texas Ranger. He also had occasional film work, including roles in films like Pretty Poison, Beretta's Island, and Badass. His final role was in the film Surviving in L.A., which was released after his death in 2020. He died in 2019 at age 83 due to a long illness. Jim Davis. The formidable Jim Davis played Jock Ewing, the patriarch of the family. He had launched his career acting in the film Winter Meeting alongside Bette Davis. Much of his career before Dallas was in B-movies. Among these, many of them were westerns. It was clear he had a knack for playing characters living in the Old West. This made him perfect to play one in the New West as well. When he was cast as Jock Ewing, he became a huge star. Sadly, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma while working on the 4th season. He died due to complications from his illness in 1981 at age 71. His character was so loved on the show, the character wasn't recast with another actor. It even took time for the writers to kill off his character on the show. For much of the series, it was simply implied that Jock was alive. Howard Keel. After the character of Jock Ewing was finally killed off, the show's writers decided to find a new love interest for Ellie. This character would become her second husband, Clayton Farrow. He was played by Howard Keel. The actor was born in Illinois and grew up in California. He began his career working in many musicals, including Three Guys Named Mike, Showboat, and Annie Get Your Gun. He also appeared in many westerns, including Calamity Jane, where he played the famous outlaw Wild Bill Hickok. He was primarily a film actor who didn't start working regularly in TV until his role in Dallas. He died in 2004 from complications of colon cancer. George Kennedy. JR wasn't the only oil tycoon on Dallas. There was also Carter McKay, played by George Kennedy. This prolific and versatile actor was born in a showbiz family. As early as age 2, he was part of a touring production of Bringing Up Father. By 7, he was a DJ at a local radio station in New York. He would later enlist in the U.S. Army during World War II and served 16 years in the military, eventually becoming a captain. He served under General Patton and received 2 Bronze Stars. He began his TV career on The Phil Silvers Show. In the 60s, he began his film career and had a successful run with the medium. His film work included roles in films such as Lonely Are the Brave, Straitjacket, Mirage, and The Sons of Katie Elder. He later won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role as Dragline in Cool Hand Luke. As such, he was a welcome face when cast as Carter McKay in the later seasons of Dallas. This role was reprised in 2 Dallas TV movies, Dallas Jr. Returns and Dallas War of the Ewings. George Kennedy died in 2016 from a heart ailment. He was 91. The rest of the cast. There are still a few surviving members of the main and supporting cast. JR's brother was Bobby Ewing, played by Patrick Duffy. Bobby was the misfit of the Ewing family, though oddly enough he was the only one who isn't considered a villainous character. Patrick Duffy began his career in the 70s. His breakthrough came in a TV show called Man from Atlantis. He also had bit parts in Charlie's Angels and The Love Boat. His breakthrough came when he was cast as Bobby in Dallas. After Dallas, one of his most successful roles was in the show Step by Step. Today he continues to work mostly in television. His major work has been in the soap opera The Bold and the Beautiful. He's currently working on a show called On the Verge. Linda Gray played Sue Ellen Ewing, JR's wife. It was supposed to be a small role we'd only see in a few episodes, but Linda Gray's performance was so good, the writers had to give her more screen time. Before Dallas, she had a few bit parts on TV as well as a few roles in films. She showed her acting chops in Dallas, and Sue Ellen became one of the most popular characters. After Dallas, she continued to act. Her major work included roles in Melrose Place, Models Inc., and Hilton Head Island. Her latest work was a lead role in the feature film Intuitions, released in 2019. Ray Krebs was the illegitimate son of the Ewing family. He was played by actor Steve Canale. Ray Krebs was Steve's most popular role, and after the show ended, he continued to have recurring roles in shows like Charlie's Angels, Touched by an Angel, and Walker, Texas Ranger. His final work was on the 2012 revival of Dallas. He lives in California and focuses more on philanthropy. Pam Ewing was a member of the rival Barnes family, but ended up marrying Bobby Ewing. She was played by Victoria Principal. Outside of Dallas, she's had many guest appearances in popular shows like Home Improvement, Just Shoot Me, and Family Guy. Today, she focuses mostly on philanthropy and her production company. Lucy Ewing was a sporadic character through the series. She was played by Charlene Tilton. Prior to Dallas, she had roles on TV shows like Happy Days. She also appeared in the 1978 film Freaky Friday. And after Dallas, she appeared in a slew of parody films like Silence of the Hams. Her most recent acting role was in the 2019 film Starting Up Love. She also got a successful career in music, appearing in a European dance show called C'est la vie. Susan Howard played Donna Culver Krebs, who was in a strained relationship with her husband Ray. Susan eventually left the show after Patrick Duffy returned following the so-called Dream season. Her other television work included roles in Star Trek, Mission Impossible, and Bonanza. She acts sporadically today and focuses mainly on political activism, working with organizations like the NRA and the Texas Republican Party. Deborah Renard's first role was as Secretary Sly Lovegren. After Dallas, she had roles in shows like Days of Our Lives, Family Law, and Kung Fu: The Legend Continues. She also had roles in feature films like Lionheart and Kazam. Her latest role was in a 2020 film, Deck the Heart. Jenna Wade was played by none other than Priscilla Presley. Well, actually, it was first played by Morgan Fairchild, then Francine Tucker, then Presley was given the role. Presley, of course, has taken different career paths through her life. However, she works in film and TV on occasion. She's currently working on a Netflix animated show called Agent King. Finally, John Ross Ewing III, JR and Sue Ellen's son, was played by Omri Katz. After Dallas, he had a lead role in the TV show Erie, Indiana, and a starring role in the film Hocus Pocus. His last role was a 2002 short called Journey into Night. Now it's time to hear from you. Do you think Dallas can still attract new fans to the show? Let us know in the comments section below. And before you go, make sure you give this video a like and subscribe to Facts First if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.
So you think you're ready to